So what is good, people? Welcome to another investing video. In this video, we are continuing our investing $1 a day series. This time we are in episode 24. So that means we need to have a minimum of $168 invested into each asset. So we are starting things off with metals. Metals is continuing to do well. Gold and silver specifically. Silver's still not quite where I'd like it to be, but it's doing better than it was last week. So if we look at our total investments, we have $97.49 into gold, $72.28 in silver for a total investment of $169.77. If we look at our actual value, we have $98.73 in gold, $68.73 in silver for a total value of $167.46. So we are up in gold. We are up by about $1. And unfortunately, we are still down in silver, the 72 versus 68. If we have a look at the chart, we can see that silver is it's going up and down, but it's still not where it was back when I bought in. So that's why we're still low. However, gold is still continuing to go up, which is nice. It's still sitting around that $2,000 mark, $2,000 per ounce. And so hopefully it does stay around there, maybe go a little bit higher. As we can see, silver did drop down. It was sitting at 23 earlier. Now it's down to 22.91. But everything else is still looking the same. Platinum and palladium are down, unfortunately. Palladium is something that I do a lot with work, and so when palladium goes down, it means I make less money, which is a shame. So we have $169 invested, so we are close to the 168, but we're not quite there yet. So it's not time to put any money in. All in all, we're pretty much breaking even. We're down by about $2, which isn't too bad at all. So from $169, we're down by $2. We're basically breaking even. Not really much going on here in metals. So jumping into stocks, we can see that we are up by 3.77% over the week. So basically breaking even there as well. If we take a look at our AVAX, we can see that AVAX is continuing to climb. We are up by 12%, almost 13% over the week. But if we look at our overall return, we are still down by 20 cents, which is a 10%, 10.19. It's changing rapidly as I speak, a little over 10% loss. So we are gaining back a lot of the AVAX that we lost over the past few months. The crypto market is just going crazy right now, which is great. I'm still going to wait a little bit before I exchange this into one of the stocks. Just remember, we had $2 in here when we first started with the AVAX, which was given to us for free by Robinhood. And when this gets closer to that $2, I'm going to put that into some stocks, just because it doesn't really make sense to hold crypto on Robinhood. If we go into Starwood Property Trust, we can see that we are up by 5.63% over the week, which is really good to see. Overall, we are up by $1.56, which is 8.64%. So we're doing good on this one here. We can see the analysis is at a 85% buy and a 14.3% hold. 0% sell. So that is looking good. And we did get a stock lending payment just 20 hours ago. So yesterday we got a stock lending payment of just 1 cent, which is really nice, which I did finally look up stock lending and how it works. I should probably do a video about it just in case you guys are curious as to how stock lending works. But it's actually not as risky as I thought it was, and it's a nice little payment. It's not much, obviously. I'm just getting 1 cent a month. Even if I had more than one share, it'd probably be around the same. But if you guys are interested in a video on stock lending, let me know, and I will create one. So going back to home, let's take a look at EOG Resources. So we are breaking even, basically. We're at 0.88% up over the week. If we look at our total return, we are up by $5.04, which is a return of 8.20%. So we are looking good here on EOG. We have half a share now, so we're slowly working our way up to a full share. The analysis is sitting at 72% buy with a 27% hold. And we did have a dividend payment on the end of last month. So just last week, we had a dividend payment of 39 cents just for half a share, which is really good. 39 cents for half a share. And that was immediately reinvested, of course. So this week, we will most likely be putting another $7 into EOG, slowly working our way up to a full share. But before we do that, let's take a look at QYLD. So we are up by 3.07%. And if we look at our total return, we are down by $2.35. And that is a negative 4.09%. So we are down overall, but we are up over the week. And there is no analysis on this, but we did have a dividend payment of 54 cents that came in last week, which was, of course, reinvested. And that's 54 cents for how many shares? 3.25 shares. That's not bad. 54 cents for a little over 3 shares. That is a really, really nice dividend payment. So jumping into our next stock, we have ARMOUR Residential REIT. So with ARMOUR Residential REIT, we are up by 12.68%. Take a look at that. We have been down for weeks with ARMOUR Residential REIT, and we are finally back up, which is good to see. We are still overall at a loss of $7.55, which is a loss of 25.98%. So we did still lose 26% on our overall investment, but we are up over the week. We're still looking good there. We do have a stock lending payment that came in yesterday of 1 cent, and that's for just one share, correct? Yep, 1.34 shares. So a stock lending payment there, and we had a ARMOUR Residential REIT market buy. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to assume that's just a dividend payment. Never seen that before, but it looks like a dividend payment of 34 cents. And that was, of course, reinvested. So, yeah, it must have been a dividend payment. And we got that last month, and that was for the 1.34 shares, which is nice to see. So, our move for the week, EOG Resources, I'm going to go ahead and put the full $7 into EOG. And the markets are closed right now, so that's going to be pending, and that will go through when the markets open up tomorrow. So that is our move for stocks. Jumping into crypto. So here we are at DEX Finance. If we look at our US DEX stake, we are still at $33.50. We are still earning an APR of 10%. You see that we have 9 cents earned in US DEX and a 18 cent principal release. So this is going up now that they have everything up and running again. So that's good to see. If we jump into our vaults, we go to V2 Vault, and I am in the Bull Run Bandit. So we can see that the APY has jumped up to 21.69%, which is really good. You can see that I actually have earned 23 cents, and that is that's over the past few days, because I've been checking this, and I'm earning like around maybe 4 or 5 cents a day just from that $90 that's sitting in here. If you remember last week, we did have $91, so the value has gone down a little bit on the assets, but we are earning a really, really nice interest because of this 21.69%. And so I'm really liking that. If we check out the performance, we can see that it's kind of just been steady. It has gone up. And this, we didn't put any money in here recently, have we? No, we have not. And so this jump is just from the value of the tokens. And we can see that it is kind of flattening out now. It's down a little bit from that initial jump up. And that's why we're down by $1. But I am really liking, I'm liking this APY right now, 21.69%. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to continue to put some money into here now that everything's working again. I'll put $7 into the Bull Run Bandit, and that's going to be converted into Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are both doing really well right now. If we jump into our KuCoin lending, so we can see that the value of my Matic tokens have gone up quite a bit. I've earned, looks like $3 in the past week just from the value of Matic going up. However, if we look at the actual crypto lending, the demand for Matic is still not very good. As you can see, I've earned very, very little, 1/100th of a cent or 1/10 of a cent over the past 24 hours, which is not good. If we look at the actual orders, we can see that I am getting orders, but I'm getting a very, very small APY on these orders. And so people are borrowing Matic, but they're just not borrowing it enough for the APY to go up. It's not very competitive. But the value of Matic has gone up, and so that means I've actually made money from just the value of the coin going up. So what I've decided to do is I'm actually going to make a move here as well. I'm going to switch out my Matic for another token. Let me go back to crypto lending. And I believe it was, I want to say it was Phantom that was doing really well. Phantom. So Phantom right now is sitting at a 32% APY. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my Matic to Phantom and then start lending out Phantom instead. I don't know if I have anything actually in orders right now. Yes, so I have all of my Matic is currently lent out, so I can't do that right now. But what I can do is I can un-auto-subscribe, and then that means after my Matic is paid back, then I'll be able to go ahead and switch that over into Phantom and then start lending out Phantom. And so that's going to be the move going forward for the crypto lending. But for crypto in general, I'm going to just go ahead and put another $7 into the Bull Run Bandit, and then that's going to be our move for crypto. So I'm going to do that and then jump back into the video. All right, so the deposit has gone through, and you can see we're now sitting at $96.83. There was a little bit of a gas fee. It was like around 43 cents, I think it was. And we can see down here, this is where my new deposit is sitting at. So I think Bitcoin and Ethereum is going to continue to go up. And so I'm going to keep putting money into this Bull Run Bandit, just because not only do I get to hold both of those coins, but I'm actually earning an APY on it, which is pretty awesome. So quick recap. We are doing very well in crypto. We are up here in the Bull Run Bandit, and we are also up here on our crypto lending. And I'm going to switch out my Matic to Phantom, and I'm going to start lending out Phantom. So that should be done by the next episode. In stocks, we are up in stocks as well. I'm actually surprised everything is going up right now. This is very surprising. So crypto is going up, stocks is going up. We can see that we did get a lot of some of the stuff that we were down before has actually turned around. And so we're getting some more from that. And we did get all of our dividend payments for the previous month. And so that puts us up as well. And then finally here in metals, we are up with gold, down with silver. Overall, we're down by a little less than $2. So we're basically breaking even with metals, even though gold is up really high right now. But the rise of gold is what's covering for the fall of silver right now. So that is pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions or if there's anything you want me to check out, go ahead, leave it in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.